Ever been in a conversation that just stops 1 second, you're chatting away, the next, it's crickets. That sudden, heavy silence descends, and everything feels instantly awkward. You start scrambling for something, anything, to say, just to fill the void. Ever wondered why that happens? Why does a simple pause in conversation make us feel so uncomfortable? Well, it turns out there's some fascinating science behind our collective fear of quiet. Let's start with our brains. Our brains are prediction machines. They're constantly trying to figure out what's going to happen next based on past experiences. In a typical conversation, there's a natural rhythm, a back and forth flow. We speak, someone responds, we listen, we speak again. This pattern is predictable and comfortable. A sudden, unexpected silence breaks that pattern. It's like a glitch in the matrix of our social interaction. Your brain flags this as an anomaly, an error, and it triggers a mild alarm. It's asking, what's wrong? Did I say something weird? Are they mad at me? Is the conversation over? This uncertainty is what fuels the initial wave of awkwardness. This goes way back in our evolutionary history. For our ancestors, being part of a group was crucial for survival. Being accepted and in sync with the tribe meant safety, food, and protection. Social rejection, on the other hand, could be a death sentence. So, we evolved to be highly sensitive to social cues. A smooth conversation signals belonging and connection. Silence, especially when it's unexpected, can be unconsciously interpreted as a sign of disconnection or even rejection. It taps into that ancient fear of being ostracized. Your brain isn't just worried about the conversation. On a primal level, it's worried about your very survival. That uncomfortable feeling is a modern echo of a very old survival instinct. There's also a concept in conversation analysis called turn-taking. Researchers have found that in most cultures, the gap between one person finishing speaking and another person starting is incredibly short, often less than a quarter of a second. We are exquisitely tuned to this rapid exchange. When a silence stretches to a full second, or even longer, it feels like an eternity. Our internal social clock starts screaming that something is off. This delay signals a breakdown in the cooperative, turn-taking process of conversation. We feel a pressure to repair this breakdown, to jump in and get the conversational engine running again. It's a shared social responsibility, and when no one takes the lead, the collective awkwardness intensifies. Think about the different kinds of silence. Not all silence is created equal, right? There's the comfortable silence you can share with a close friend or a partner, where no words are needed. This is a silence of mutual understanding and security. It signals intimacy and trust. We don't feel the need to fill it because the connection is already firmly established. Then there's the awkward silence with a new acquaintance or on a first date. In these situations, we're actively trying to build a connection. Conversation is the primary tool we use to do that. When the conversation stalls, it feels like our attempt to build that bridge has failed. The silence becomes a glaring symbol of the social distance between us, making us feel self-conscious and judged. Our own self-awareness plays a huge role here. When silence falls, we often turn the spotlight inward. We become hyper-aware of ourselves. Am I boring? Did I kill the vibe? What are they thinking of me right now? This internal monologue of self-criticism ramps up the anxiety. We project our own insecurities onto the other person, assuming they're judging us as harshly as we're judging ourselves. This is especially true for people with higher levels of social anxiety. For them, a silent pause can feel like a personal failure, confirming their deepest fears about being socially inept. The context of the silence is also key. In a library, a place of worship, or during a moment of reflection, silence is expected and appropriate. It has a defined purpose. In these settings, it's not awkward at all. It's respectful. But in a social setting that is built around verbal exchange, like a party or a meeting, silence is a vacuum. And as the old saying goes, nature abhors a vacuum. We feel an almost physical need to fill it with sound, with words, to restore the social equilibrium. So how do we get more comfortable with silence? One way is to reframe it. Instead of seeing it as a failure, see it as a natural part of communication. It can be a moment to gather your thoughts, to truly listen, or to simply take a breath. Not every second needs to be filled with noise. Sometimes, a shared pause can actually deepen a connection, allowing for a moment of nonverbal understanding to pass between two people. You can also take the pressure off yourself. Remember that the responsibility for the conversation is shared. If a silence falls, it's not solely your fault or your job to fix it. Chances are, the other person is feeling just as awkward as you are. You can even acknowledge it playfully. Something simple like, well, my mind just went blank for a second there, can break the tension and show that you don't take it too seriously. This gives both of you permission to relax. Ultimately, that squirmy, uncomfortable feeling we get during an awkward silence is a complex mix of brain science, evolutionary psychology, and social conditioning. It's our brain's error signal, our ancient fear of rejection, and our modern self-consciousness all rolled into one. But by understanding where it comes from, we can start to disarm it. We can learn to see silence not as a threat, but as a space to think, to breathe, and sometimes, to connect on a level that goes beyond words. So the next time you find yourself in that silent moment, try taking a deep breath instead of scrambling for words. You might be surprised to find that the awkwardness just melts away. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, give this video a like, and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of our daily lives. See you in the next one.